Good evening, everybody. Hopefully, y'all can hear me. Hopefully, y'all can hear me. Y'all know what it is. It's another episode of the Intraday Price Action Recap. Hear me. And it's being brought to you by Conquer the Asian Session. It's going to be going down on May the 12th through May the what's the date? 23rd. May the 12th through May 23rd, man. Is going down. The link gonna be available on the April the 1st. How y'all doing this evening, man? How y'all doing this evening, man? If this is your first time tuning into Tim's Tidbits, y'all already know what the link read, man. Please allow me to say welcome. If it's not your first time tuning in Tim's Tidbits, still want to say welcome. But I want to give you a nice hearty, well, thank you for always tuning in to Tim's Tidbits. Man, y'all know who I am, man. Timothy Lee Rogers Sr., a.k.a. Aranya Grande. We still in the dungeon, but y'all already know I keep Big Spider with me. You feel me? Big Spider, stay with me. Is that my candle? Yep, that's my candle back there burning. That's my candle right there. I'm like, what is that light right there? But that's my candle. Look, oh, look, Mom, I got a flame coming out of my finger. It's my candle back there. Cheap candle, too. Bath and Body Works got me spoiled. I bought 2 candles from Walmart today, paid $4 a piece for them. That candle been burning back there for 30 minutes, and I don't smell nothing. It just smells like wax. Man, Bath and Body Works got me spoiled. Them Bath and Body Works candles, as soon as I light them, that thing be lit for like 3 seconds, and I can smell the aroma already. That thing back there is back here on the shelf. It's back there on the shelf. It's been burning for a half hour. Don't smell nothing. Natron. How y'all doing today, man? Hopefully everybody doing well. I can't see. I can't see the tube. I don't know what I did. I think I closed the chat to the tube. I closed the chat to the tube. I can't see the chat to the tube. There's the chat to the Zoom. I have to go back and reopen the chat to the tube. Okay. Let's go here, go here. Let's go here, go here. Go there, go there. Let's go, go there. Click right there, right there. Click right there. There it is. There it is. Now I can see it. What's going on? Shout out Deborah up in here. What's up, Sherwin? Deborah. Is Sherwin in the building? Tell Sherwin I said, what's happening? What's going on here to learn and share? What's going on, Kim? What's happening, honey? Hey, honey. How's the birthday celebration, honey? What's going on, Rhonda Green? What's going on, Seawalk? What's happening, Lump? What's up, man? How y'all doing? Hopefully I had a good day today, man. I had a busy day today. I was out and about for several hours. What's going on, Yolanda? It was great. Thanks for asking. That's what's up. How did your son turn? Was yesterday his birthday, or y'all was just celebrating? What birthday was it for? Was yesterday his birthday, or y'all was just celebrating yesterday? All right, man. Before we get into it, Like to ask if anybody got any questions that's near and dear to their heart. Right. Shout out my brother for hooking me up with the bakery merch. Went to the haberdashery's table at the Tony Baker Comedy Show and got me the just hush. Got me the hush shirt. 25 years yesterday. Mine was Saturday. Well, happy birthday, honey. Honey had a birthday on Saturday, on the 22nd. So his birthday was the 24th and yours was the 22nd. Happy birthday, honey. All right. Ain't nobody got nothing. Nobody got no hard hitting. Oh, tomorrow, gang for the Diamond members. We will not be doing a Q&A tomorrow evening. I have a graduation meeting at my son's school. Right, got a graduating meeting at my son's school tomorrow evening, and the parents are the only ones that can pick up the graduation items. So I have to go to my son's school. They're going to be giving out all the information on what's going on and all of that right there. So we will not be doing a Wednesday night Q&A tomorrow. I love you tomorrow. We will not be doing a Q&A tomorrow. Right? Y'all know my motto, family first. What's going on, Empire Tradings? All right. I don't see nothing in the chat. I don't hear nobody chiming in with no hard-hitting questions. So I will assume that all hearts and minds are clear. Speaking of hearts and minds are clear, can y'all hear me okay? Let me check my volume here. Microphone check, 1 2 1 2. Okay, sounds good to me. Hopefully it sounds good to you. Let me share my screen. Let me share my screen. Okie dokie. Dokie to the okie. Dokie to the okie. All right, here we go. Oh, we're on 1 minute candles. Good. In my car. In your car, what? Okay. All right, cool. Empire Trades in his car, everybody. I didn't turn on my what's the name. Hold on. Let me turn on my IG in case somebody on IG want to see. A Mexico tourist was swimming in the cage to see the great white shark, and this happened. Did the shark get in there with him? Hold it, phone. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. The shark get in the cage. Got in the cage with him. Oh, that's blood. Oh, he out of there. That was blood. But wasn't nobody in there. The way he was acting, he acted like somebody was in there. Oh, yeah, somebody was in there. Oh, he ain't dead. Okay, then. Oh, sorry about that, y'all. I got caught up. Y'all. I got caught up, y'all. Y'all know how I do anyway. All right. Pop that up there. Pop, 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 pop. Goes my nine. Goes my nine. All right. your sound. Guessing that your sound good in their car. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. Appreciate that. The sound good in Empire Trade's car. So we're looking at, I got it pointing at the wrong screen. I need to swap to this screen over here. Can I? I need to swap to this screen over here. Like this. Like this, I like that, I like this, and I like that, and like this, and like that, and like this. All right, boom. We're gonna go there with it. All right, so these right here are 1 minute candles. So let's go up. As y'all see, we're up here in that weekly bearish fair value gap. Let's hop out for a second. Okay. That didn't do it. Now let's hop out for a second. Boom. That's what we are thus far. Right? That's what we are thus far. This right here, right? When I see stuff like this, how this weekly candle, we ain't make no attempt to go down, right? That right there, it makes me a little leery. And the reason why I say it makes me a little leery is because I like to see manipulation down before going up, right? This could just work out to be exceedingly bullish, right? Because we did go down here, and then this is like a continuation back up there because we went down, we went up, then we came back down and closed there. And then now we're continuing up. Okay. This could just be exceedingly bullish where we're just trying to get up here in a hurry. Right. But I don't like to see when we just don't make no attempt to go down like that. Right. But like I say, it could just be exceedingly bullish. Right. And since it's, exceedingly bullish, that is playing into the narrative of, the weekly, getting back on the same sheet of music with the monthly. The monthly was bullish. We traded down into the monthly BSC, and now we're starting to expand up away from the BSC, right? And we talked about trading, drawing up into this and wanting to see it, create an inversion fair value gap, meaning closing above this weekly and then using it as support, using it as an inversion fair value gap to start trading back up into this breakaway gap right there. Right now, looking at where we are in price, right? If we come from the high, right? Let's put this on 50%. So 50% CE. All right, so if we take this right here and we stretch this down, right, and bring it down to this gap right here, right? If we bring it down to this gap right here, right, we know that what Michael teaches, right, he taught this a long time ago. Yeah, I remember when Michael taught about measuring gaps. Who remember when Michael taught about measuring gaps? Right. Who remember that? Deborah. Seawalk. You've been around a long time. Deborah, you've been around a long time. Lump. Well, Lump, you probably don't remember that. You ain't been around that long. Yolanda, nah. But Deborah, Seawalk, I know y'all been around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You remember measuring gaps? You remember what he said about measuring gaps?
And he mentioned them in his Saturday shotgun thing too.
Oh, he did?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so it should be fresh in your mind then.
Yeah.
So what did he say? You don't remember that, Sherwin? Come on, man. Sherwin, come on, man. Sherwin, you got to remember, man.
So what's the question?
If you see a fair value gap, it's just a signature that you can watch for. If you see a fair value gap formed, right, and it's forming what appears to be halfway between where the sell side rests from, like where you started from, right? Like this is sell, just say that sell side there, right? We got a breakaway gap, we got another gap here, right? So that gap is like 50% of the way there, right? So you can use your Timinucci's. Y'all know how we use the Timinucci's. Like when something, when something be consolidating and we take it and we put the 50% where it's consolidating at, and we try to get an idea of where price should try to reach to, right? So with measuring gaps, right? If the algorithm wants to use this as a measuring gap, then the same thing applies, like how we use the Timinucci's, where we can say, hey, that right there is the reasonable target, because let me put this so that the line will show. All right. So extend this to the left, and then let's show the bottom and the top. All right. And you see that when we stretch it down and put it halfway on the measuring gap, it takes us right down to that sell side right there. So that and like just looking at it, you can say, oh, that's got the possibility of being a measuring gap because it's 50% from where the sell side rests, right? Not saying that the algorithm will use it as a measuring gap, but for the bearish thesis, right? If, like I said, I don't like how it be never tried to trade down. So if the algorithm just shoots up here, right, to come down, what I'm saying, make a power of 3 to the downside and start to, what I'm saying, and start to try to make its way down to the sell side to see if the bullishness just fell through and we just started trading down lower, right? Then you can be like, hey, that's my measuring gap. So that's where, I'm saying, we could potentially be going, right? If we start getting bearish signatures to go down, right? And that right there is what's up, Kashaya? Where you been? You said hope everybody's been good. You been somewhere? You been playing hooky, right? So right there, looking at that as a potential measuring gap, right? We got a breakaway gap there, got a potential measuring gap there, right? And that's just some more stuff. That's another little nugget to add to, what I'm saying, the bearish thesis. But right now, right, it's showing bullish signatures to align with the monthly. So, again, we look for that to get on close above here, create a okay, then caught up with work. Congratulations. Create an inversion fair value gap and then use it as support, trading back up to the breakaway gap. All right. So on the day, we're there. We're right there at consequent encroachment. And today is Tuesday, right? So the second day of the week, we've come up to consequent encroachment of the weekly fair value gap that we have been watching. On the daily, right? On the daily side, we are above that civvy down here. The civvy that we said we want to see it.
Tim, I have a question whenever you.
Okay, go ahead.
That really aligned with that little nugget he left as far as that measuring gap. Since that was on the weekly, do you treat it? I mean, you would still have to see signatures like getting past that order block and stuff. But since that was on a weekly, would you then drop down the 2 time frames, like to the 4 hour, to look for that completion, or you just still looking for the signatures just lower and lower and lower? You know how you align, like if you saw
you play it out. Yeah, you play it out through the time frames. Like you go through if it start to respect this on a weekly, right? The weekly can't get above, can't close above here, right? The weekly is like respecting it. Like we don't get we closing below consequent encroachment on the weekly calendar, right? And then, the first week, hey, no harm, no foul if we still up in here. But then if we start to drop back, right, next week we can't close above it, and then we end up closing down here somewhere, right? Then you start looking for the narrative. You going down like, okay, what is the daily saying? What is the 4 hour saying? What is the hourly saying? Whatever lower time frames you're using for your detail. Right now, my narrative is struggling to get above here. Now, what is my structure showing me? Right? Have I had some type of break in structure, some kind of shift in sentiment, some kind of inversion, fair value gap, some kind of change in the state delivery? What is my structured time frame telling me? You know what I'm saying? Does it want to go down? Because, like we said, this is on a weekly time frame, so we have to let this play out on a weekly time frame, right? Just because, like, if we don't go no higher than this, right, and then close down here on the week, right, we still don't have any type of confirmation of nothing, because on a weekly time frame we have to totally respect this and move away, or totally disrespect this and get above it. You see what I'm saying? But if we fail here, if we fail here this week, come back down here and close down there. Now you go down to your 4 hour, or you go down to your daily. However you walk down through price and be like, okay, what is my lower time frames telling me about this rejection? Right? Is it telling me that we're coming back down? And then if it rejects, now you want to see what do I do at this new week opening gap / weekly volume imbalance, right? What do I do here? Right, this is designed to support price. We're in between the tail of two cities. We got a bearish fair value gap and a bullish volume imbalance, right? So it's like we're in between the tail of two cities right there. Then if you break down through there, okay, you know what I'm saying, now it's looking weaker and weaker because we already came to this order block, right? We came to this order block already. We already came back to the monthly fair value gap, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, we've come back. We reclaimed the monthly fair value gap, right? We have traded back to the monthly order block, traded to it again, right there. So we've traded back to the monthly order block. We've reclaimed the monthly fair value gap, right? So now, right, if we lose this, there's really no reason to go down there besides liquidity. You see what I'm saying? So then if we lose this, now you're looking for, those signatures to support the idea of coming to that liquidity based off of this being a measuring gap, right? But it like, since price is fractal, it's just going to take more time for it to play out unless price just fall out of bed and drop because of some kind of black swan event, or if they just rush it down there with some high impact news, right? Since this is a weekly PD array that we're looking at. All right. Makes sense? Did that help out anything?
Yes, that helped out. And not right. Do you know
what's up? But I heard one of my buddies back there.
Yeah, that was one of them.
I ain't listening to your question right now. What's up, buddy? How you doing?
Good.
I'm doing good. What's up, Campbell? I'm doing good too. I just came back from the store. I spent like $177 on some groceries. My son in there cooking some Cajun pasta. I'm gonna eat good tonight.
Tell him we coming over to get a plate.
We coming over to get a plate.
Come on over. Come on over. All right, then. I'm gonna answer your mama question now.
You can save it to later because it's not really relevant. I was just gonna ask you. I know it's a different mindset, but for some reason he doesn't believe that we finish going down ICT.
Michael.
And, yeah.
Okay.
And I
mean,
just
that's
want
good.
to know, like, what are your thoughts? I like you just said, there's really no reason to come back since we hit some high time frame order blocks and stuff. But
What's going on? How you doing? It's now it's you can right now where we are right now, right? Right. Remember we said we were just here chilling and consolidating, right? This we were right around here. This was like 50% was around there somewhere, right? So when you're at 50%, when you're at 50%, that's a argument for both sides, right? So right, let's go to the daily now, right? So let's extend this to the right, step to the left. Okay, so as we see here, right? Remember when we was here, we said we was at equilibrium. So when you're at equilibrium, right, there's no guarantee if you're going to go up or if you're going to go down, right? So there's no guarantee which way you're going to go. Now, when hold up, I ain't answering Yolanda's question. Is she gone? just just left. Like, just left. Okay, hey, I'm in the middle of it now. So, right, when you're at 50%, right, there's no guarantee you're going down or going up, right? You have to wait to see what the algorithm wants to do. Now, based off of the weekly time frame, right, we're in a sale program, right? The sale program is real, right? The sale program is alive. We're in a sale program on the weekly, but and on the monthly, right? On the monthly, right, we have retraced back to a monthly discount PDA rate, right? So on the monthly, we're still in a buy program, right? So the buy program is still active on the monthly, right? And that's our higher time frame. And right now we've traded to the discount PDA rate where you anticipate price to come back to down in a discount. So that's on a monthly. Now on the weekly, right, we have traded down to the discount, but we have not taken out any sell side liquidity, right? We have not taken out any sell side liquidity on the weekly. We didn't take out that sell side. We didn't take out that sell side. Okay. But we did come back to a order block, right? Since we came back to the order block, right, we have respected a down close PDA, a discount PDA rate. We respected a discount PDA rate, right? And then now we're starting to push back through, right, premium PDA rates, like we're pushing through the inversion fair value gap. We're not done, but we're pushing through it, right? We're pushing through the highs, right? We're not taking the lows. So we have bullish signatures start to showing that it's switching to a buy program, right? Because it respected a discount PDA rate. It respected a discount PDA rate, right? We had an inside week and now we're going up, right? So we're respecting the discount PDA rate. So it's showing that it wants to switch to a buy program, right? It has switched to a buy program, right? It switched to a buy program. Now, you can look at it two ways, right? If we are going to retrace back to a premium, right? This where price action, you have to be patient, right? If we retrace back, right, whenever you expand, you anticipate price retracing back to at least equilibrium, right? Hopefully into a premium, right? So if you want to see this act as a breakaway gap, okay, you want to see that act as a breakaway gap, you want it to come back to a premium and maybe just get an institutional order flow entry drill on this, right? And with this being a possible measuring gap to push us to here, right? Then come back down to that sell side. That's the bearish argument, You see what I'm saying? That's the bearish argument. So just looking at it solely on a weekly chart, the weekly is bearish, right? It's bearish. And now we're just going into a retracement. If you never look at the monthly chart, only thing you got is a bearish narrative, right? Because now you've come down to a bearish PD array, right? With displacement. And now you're looking for a retracement and a continuation, right? You got your consolidation, right? You got your expansion. Then you look for your retracement and your delivery, right? So just going solely off the weekly, that right there is your bearish argument, right? That's the argument that aligns with the order flow of the weekly, right? So looking at the order flow of the weekly, boom, that's the order flow. This right here is what your target would be, right? And then in that case, just going solely off the weekly, then you would be like, you want to see this be respected on a closing basis, right? And then, but you want to see price either wick up there this week and come back and respect this on a closing basis, or respect this on a closing basis, then wick up into a premium next week and then start back down, right? That's the argument you'll be looking at solely based off the weekly, because the weekly is in a sale program and is switching to a buy program right here is expected, because in order to come back to a premium, the price has to change to a buy program, right? So this switching to the buy program as it is right here, right, based off the weekly alone, does not invalidate the bearish thesis for the weekly. But with this switching to a buy program, it aligns with the monthly thesis. So you default to the higher time frame until you're proven wrong. You see what I'm saying? Until it's proven wrong. Okay. Default to the higher time frame until it's proven wrong. So at 50%, you can create an argument for both sides, and nobody's wrong. A bullish argument here is not wrong. A bearish argument here is not wrong, because you're at 50%, right? And right here, when I say I don't like to see it just take off like this right here, I like to see it try to go down first, right? That move straight up, right? That can be used as an argument on the bearish side, saying, see, we're attacking the buy side first, right? We just started out and went straight to attack the buy side. So now we're going to attack the buy side and then sell back down, right? We never even came down. We're just attacking the buy side and before we coming back down, right? And you always got to be careful, because on any move, any expansion move, right, you have a really long way to go. If I put this on OTE, right? Look how far into this retracement you can go and still be bearish, right? You can come all the way back up to the last up close count of the order block right there. That's the deepest OTE retracement up here, all the way inside this. What's that? About a quarter inside. Let's see. Put this in the 4th grade. Put that in the quads right there. But that boy calibrated eye good. What? Up there to the a quarter inside into the lower quadrant of that last up close count of that order block right there. You come all the way back up there into that order block and still be bearish, right? On any retracement, you can go a really long way and still be bullish or bearish, and it still don't invalidate the bullish or bearishness. That's why I say you always want to know your invalidation points on any argument, right? Especially when you're dealing with the higher time frames. Okay. So it's just one of the things where you're at 50%, you just watch the signatures that's there. That's why we've been going, you know what I'm saying, based off the signatures we're given. We ain't try. We said, look here, this is where we are. This is a bullish signature. This is a bullish signature. That's a bearish signature. This is a bullish signature. The bullish signatures are winning out right now. right? We're still in the middle of the road, but the bullish signatures are winning out right now. But we know, you know what I'm saying, the arguments for the bullish and bearish side, so that we don't be caught off guard when price shows us something, right? Now we know what the bearish argument is. So if the bearish argument fails, we know what the bullish argument is. So we know, okay, which one is stronger? Is the bullish or the bearish argument stronger? Okay, right now, the bullish argument is stronger because the bearish signatures are few and far in between. The bullish signatures, we getting more and more bullish signatures every day, right? Not saying that the bearish signatures are out. It's just that we getting more and more bullish signatures every day. So, yeah, and and like me, I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what nobody say what they looking for in the charts. I don't care if it's Michael. The only person that I change my mind about something, if they come and tell me this is what I think the chart's gonna do, is Jesus. If Jesus come and say, Tim, I think it's gonna go there, I'll be like, okay, yes, Lord, I hear you. Speak to me, speak, Lord. But anybody else, they can tell, I don't care what you think. I'm looking at what these candles telling me, and whatever these candles say, if price does this, then it should do that. Right. And until it invalidate that last signature, right? Because if unless it's some manipulation, when the algorithm do something, it's gonna do that next piece. Unless they come in there and stop it. And when they come in there and stop it, it's gonna do something and it's gonna try to do that next piece unless they come in there and stop it. We done seen it too many times. Y'all have seen it over and over and over. No matter what I say. Just like when we put together the personal prayer package, we had put together a personal prayer package, and I can't remember her name right now, but she said she had an opportunity to get out here, but she was holding and sticking to I say stick to your plan. No matter what I say, stick to your plan. You know what I'm saying? Stick to your plan. No matter what I say, I'm just telling you what I see in the candles. You know what I'm saying? I'm just telling, hey, these are the signatures that is showing me, right? And in this case here, you know, hey, the signatures prevailed. No manipulation was involved. The signatures prevailed. Now we're back up here at an area. If for the bearish thing, this is an area. If you're bearish, this is an area you could be looking to sell, right? This is an area you can be looking to sell if you're bearish, right? Based off of whatever you want to base it off of. Okay, I'm selling at this breaker, right? Okay, I'm selling that whatever. You know what I'm saying? This could be an area you can be looking to sell, right? Not saying go out there and buy no puts, but I'm just saying, like for the bearish argument, right? We trace back. Did we get back to a premium yet? Right, come down. Nope, not yet. We ain't hit a premium just yet. There, right? Still got a little ways to go. So once price got up here, right? Once price got up here, back there, up there in that void where we had that void at there, back up to that void, you can be like, look, I want to sell that or go down. I think we still got downside down here. We never took out that sell side that we was watching. I think we still got downside. I want to sell there. Right? Won't be nothing wrong with that. That's your thesis. Right? That's your thesis. But you want to buy and sell at places that's got an algorithmic reason behind it, not because I think, right? Not because I think we're going to keep going down or I think we're going to go up. I done got way off track, but let's get back into it. Now we've created a pretty nice size Bissy here. All right, we've created a pretty nice size Bissy there. And I use this volume imbalance / liquidity void. Somebody asked me about this. I can't remember who it was, right? But this right here to that body. Hide this for a second. Well, I could just hide that. I really don't need it. But if you look here, right, I can't remember who it was that asked me about this, but from this body to that body right there, that's a volume imbalance, right? That's a volume imbalance on between these daily candles, okay? Because the bodies don't touch each other, right? Right, that's a bullish volume imbalance because the bodies don't touch each other, okay? Now, if you look closely here, there's a very small little wick on top of that candle right there. And from that wick, that's the high of this candle, to the low of it, there's no wick on the bottom of this candle here. To the low, so from the high of this candle to the low of that candle, right, there's nothing there. No, body, no wick, no nothing. That's a liquidity void because there's no price at all in between those two candles. That's a liquidity void, right? So from the high to the low between two candles that don't touch, right? That's a liquidity void. From the body, right, to the body. So in this case, from the close of the body to the open of the next body, right? It's the same both ways. If it was bearish, it'd be from the close of one body to the open of the next body. You should be going down. So from the close of the body on the left to the open of the body on the right, when they don't, when the bodies don't overlap, that's a volume imbalance, right? When there's no touching at all from the high of the candle on the left to the low to the candle on the right for bullish, and from the low of the candle on the left to the high of the candle on the right for bearish, that's a liquidity void. Okay. Now, so marking out this this BISI that we made, right? We have a volume imbalance on the lower end of it, right? We got a volume imbalance on the lower end of it, and we don't have a wick here, we don't have a wick there, and it doesn't exceed consequent encroachment. So we include the volume imbalance there, and there's the daily BISI that we just created today, right? Another bullish signature, right? We got another bullish signature for on the daily time frame. Again, this does not confirm, right? Because we're looking at this on a weekly time frame, right? We're looking for a closure above this to create an inversion fair value gap on the weekly time frame. The daily can trade all the way up here if it wants to. But if the weekly comes back down and closes below this consequent encroachment, it's still showing respect for that weekly PD rate, right? And then you could like do a deeper dive to say, why did this wick on the daily time frame need to go up there, right? And then you looking at the daily and be like, is there any reason for it to wick through this right here and then come back and respect it? And looking up here, no, there's nothing up there it needs to get to because the first imbalance is way up here, right? All the way up there. That's the first imbalance all the way up there. We already traded up. We repriced this one, left away, right? Efficiently delivered there, right? So all of this right here, that's all the balanced price range there. So if we was to wick up there, ain't nothing up here but buy side liquidity right there, right? So the only reason to come up there would be to run buy side liquidity. And if we come there and run buy side liquidity, right, that's another bullish signature because that'll give us a break in market structure, right? That'll give us a break in market structure. Matter of fact, this right here would give us a break in market structure, and that right there would be our change in the state of delivery right there. So we'll have a break in market structure, a change in the state of delivery, you know what I'm saying, along with another structure break. So it's like you're doing a lot of bullish things, right, just to run out liquidity, right? Just to run out liquidity. Okay. But again, another bullish signature, right? We took out buy side, another bullish signature, right? So we're in a buy program on the daily. The daily has switched to a buy program, which is to be expected because we're anticipating for the bearish thesis, we're anticipating the weekly to do a retracement, right? So it's expected for the daily and the weekly to switch to a buy program, right? That puts it in line with the monthly. So since the monthly is bullish, the daily and the weekly are in line with the monthly. So what are you doing? You're going with the bullish thesis until you're proven wrong. Why? Because the higher time frame rules, right? Higher time frame rules. We don't get caught up in the lower time frames we don't build our narrative down up. We build it from up down. All right. Okay. So got a bullish fair value gap we've created. Pushing through the high, strong closure through the high. So now on the daily time frame, right, you would anticipate this as to act as support, right? Unless we're going to fall into some ranging stuff like we did here, right? You would anticipate this to act as support, right? With the way we pushed up and closed up here, right? The way we pushed up and closed totally blew through this volume imbalance slash new Monday. It's a new week opening gap, right? This new week opening gap slash daily volume imbalance. We got a daily volume imbalance here. If we change it, the volume imbalance it's a little different because it's a bullish candle on the settlement and it's a bearish candle. So it's a little bit of difference between the volume imbalance and the new week opening gap. All right, let me put it in there for those that may struggle with seeing it like that. This is the 10th. All right, so that's the why is that not touching there? Why is that not touching there? I don't know why my things are off like this. I promise you that was touching. Because I was just looking at this. This is the one I was looking at yesterday. And I closed there. All right. So that's the one I just fixed again. Because that's when I think Jim was like, that's at the beginning of the month. Or whatever. Okay. Now. Okay, what was I just saying? Oh yeah. So that's the new week opening gap. I've turned the settlement on, right? And the volume and balance would be up there. So it's pretty much the same area, right? So the difference in the price, right? With the settlement on, it's a larger imbalance. So Michael teaches if the whichever is larger, right? That's the one he defaults to, right? So the new week opening gap is that big, and the volume imbalance would be up to there. It would be that big, but we blast right through it, right? We blast right through it, and now price has laid a body across this volume imbalance, right? And if you understand, I see Michael's teachings when it comes to volume imbalances, right? You anticipate price to possibly draw to it until it lays a body across that volume imbalance. And now here, yesterday, we laid a body across piece of it. And then today, we have laid a body across the entire volume imbalance there. So now you're looking for this volume imbalance to act as support, right? It's a daily volume imbalance. So you're looking for daily candles to respect consequent encroachment of it. right? You're looking for this right now. You got 1, 2, 3 candles with this fair value gap, right? We got a huge liquidity void, right? And we got an expansion candle on this third candle, right? This is extreme bullish momentum. Okay, so with an expansion candle on this third candle, right? You anticipate this acting as a breakaway gap, right? You anticipate it acting as a breakaway gap because it's got that expansion candle on the third candle, and we got huge bullish momentum going on, expanding away from here. Not, and that's not, you know, saying it can't come back down into it, but with that signature, that's what you would want to see. You want to see the lower portion of this left open, like not touched at all, or at least left open with a body closure, right? And then I know you say, Tim, you got a whole liquidity void there. Yes, there is a liquidity void there, but if you pay attention, right, this right, all of this right here is a balanced price range, right? This is a balanced price range. So price has been efficiently delivered down here. And so the algorithm is just leaving that area. It was in a hurry to leave that area. So yes, there's a liquidity void in between here, but price had already been efficiently delivered in this whole area right there, right? So we put like, go from the highest body to the lowest body in this area right there, right? All of that right there has bodies laid across all of this. And then we got back and forth delivery here, 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 and here, right? So we got back and forth delivery all up and through this area there. So all of this has been efficiently delivered, right? Even though it's because there is a liquidity void there, but this is all a balanced price range. Okay. Now, looking at this, you will be looking at this to be used as support. You'll be looking at this to be used as support, right? Now, we were looking for that to become an inversion fair value gap and be used as support. We're well above it now, and we've created a bullish fair value gap on top of it, right? That's a bullish signature. That's what I'm talking about. We created a fair value gap. So there's the here's the next step in this right here, right? Remember we said want to see if price wants to create an inversion fair value gap and then use it as support, right? There's the confirmation there. We traded up there and then created a fair value gap. There's the confirmation of using this as support. This right here was an indication. That was a signature, right? By trading up here and closing up here, right? Trading up and closing up there. That was a signature of, yes, we're using this as support. And then there's the confirmation there, right? Got the fair value gap. Is not trying to come, not showing a willingness to come down, right? Using it as support. Now, what's the next thing you're looking for on the daily? For this to be used as support, for that to be used as support. Now, these are your discount PD arrays on the daily right there, right? These are your discount PD arrays on the daily. On the daily, you don't have any imbalances above you, right? All you got is just different levels of buy side liquidity, right? Yeah, buy side up there, right? We got buy side up there. We don't have a swing high here because this candle over there is higher than that one. So there's no swing high there. On like on a lower time frame, there would be some buy side liquidity there, right? Let's go down to maybe a 4 hour, right? So right there, that's the high right there. I don't know where I can't see it. I don't know why I put sell side. Did I say sell side before? Or did I say liquidity? If I said sell side, I'm sorry. I meant buy side. I don't know why I said sell side. All right. So boom, right there. There's your 4 hour. Right. Your 4 hour, you got relative equal highs on the 4 hour right there. Right. So relative equal highs on the 4 hour. Why on the daily? What's that? Right. See how, yeah, on the daily it's lower. Right there. This one over here. So you don't have a swing high there. Right. You just got some real close relative equal highs. Right. But on the daily, right, we got a swing high here. We got a swing high there. Right. So we got buy side liquidity on the 4 hour resting up there. Sell stops pulled up over there. Okay. And then on the daily, there's your daily swing high there. All right. So, and we were a while back anticipating that as being the smart money reversal, right? Using that coming down, showing it's protected low, signaling that as a smart money reversal, right? And we're expanding away, right? Still not showing the willingness to take that after sweeping that sell side, still not showing the willingness to take that and expanding away now. Okay. So when we was looking at before saying evidence of institutional sponsorship, when we moved away there, remember we were back over here, we said moving down into this discount, this was evidence of institutional sponsorship. That was the buy side left in the market, in above in the market. Right now we have the higher time frame displacement and we have engaged that buy side right there. Remember when we opened up the chart, I think it was yesterday, not the chart, but the slides. We looked at the slides yesterday and we're at that point now, right here. Yep. Remember we said here, let me put them side by side. All right. Okay. So, right, we expanded down, right? Talk about institutional sponsorship. We expanded down into the sales stops, right? Look over here. We expanded down into the sales stops, right? You left an area of buy side in the market, right? We got an area of buy side in the market right here, right? Because we was talking about this being institutional sponsorship, right? And then on the next one, we get higher time frame displacement, taking out that buy side there. Because remember that was the area right there, right? Boop, traded above that expansion, right? What do we come? Traded above that right there. Boop, that's the exact same thing, right? The exact same thing there. So that has played out beautifully. We have been talking about that all the way from back over here when we had this move coming down, right? If price does this, then it should do that. If price does this, then it should do that. We've been walking through this night by night, talking about the same thing, right? Talk about the same thing every night. Tim, how do you see it in real time? Just like this. If price does this, then it should do that. Ain't no magic wands, ain't no secret. Ain't no, you just have to study it, learn it, and trust the process. All right. We cooking, we cooking. Right. I don't know about y'all, but this right here good to me. This is good information to me. This is good information to me. I don't know about y'all. I don't know how y'all feel about it, but me personally, Miss Purdy, Miss Purdy, me personally, what's today? A power of 3 day. This is where we opened here, right? We opened there and we closed here, closed right here, right? Closed right here. We opened here and we closed here. What's the day? A power of 3 day.
Yeah, it's power 3.
Then look and see what pulling up. Pulling up with the heart. I ain't got, hold on, see what I got to get my sound effects. See what pulled up quick with the power of 3. I got to get my sound effects. Somebody mail me a sound effect board. My P.O. box is, I can't remember P.O. box. 2336. I think it's 2336. I can't remember P.O. box. Somebody mail me a soundboard. Shout out C-Walk pulling up with the hard-hitting answer, man. C-Walk say, yeah, it's power 3. I know that one. Shout out, honey. Shout out, Kashaya. Yes, it was. That's what's up. Shout out to everybody pulling up with what make it a power of 3. What makes it a power 3 a day? What makes it a power 3 day? Who want to break it down for us? What makes it a power of 3 day? Don't get quiet now. Okay, there you go.
It opened up, manipulated low, and went half of the rest of the day and came off the high at the end of the day.
There you go. We opened up here, right? Had us some accumulation, right? We dropped below the open, right? Had us some manipulation. And we came back up here above highs and then closed off the high. Closed strong off the high too. We just barely closed off the high, right? Strong off the high, right? But that's a power of 3 day. Accumulation, manipulation, and then distribution, right? That's the power of 3 day. And what does that candle look like? It's going to be a big green candle with a wick on the bottom and a tiny wick on the top. Just like that. Well, this is just for this part of the day right from here, from right there. But this right here is showing from way back here. And why is that? Let's figure out what's going on with that. Because this is showing from like way over here. Let's figure out what's going on with that. It's on the week right there. There you go. All right. Now, it's showing the current day. So we chop the current day off. There you go. All right. Now, there you go. See, wick on the bottom, tiny wick on the top. All right. There you go. That's just for that today. This is just for today. Big green candle, wick on the bottom, tiny wick on the top, right? But this right here it was a power of 3 day, right? Not just because it's a bullish candle with the open, the low, the high, and the close, but because we had our accumulation, manipulation, and then distribution and closing off of the high. Okay. Remember, we're calling things what they are per the algorithmic requirements, not because of what we think. All right. So just real quick, gonna go through the price action based off the 15-minute chart. We're not gonna take a deep dive into it. We see here that I have a hourly BISI mapped out here that was created on the 6 a.m. candle today, right? So on this displacement coming from during the London low, we had some displacement up attacking yesterday's buy side, right? And created an hourly BISI right there. That's the only thing that I had marked out on the charts. I didn't have a chance to really like trade or do anything much today, so because I was busy. But like we said, we kind of consolidated throughout the Asian session, right? We did do some stuff in there, even though it's a tight consolidation range, right? We did it, as you can see, there is some stuff going on here, right? Came over here. We traded above the highs, traded down below the lows, running liquidity there off that little rejection, traded back above the buy side again, right? And then we displaced down after midnight. We traded back up into that order block, right? And then displaced away, coming down and tapping, what is this down here? I don't have it marked, so I don't know what that is. I don't have it annotated, so I don't know what that is. Oh, that we just created that today, so that's nothing. All right. We just created that today, so that's nothing. We just came down and made a low, right? So we came down, taking out sell side liquidity and made a London low there. And after making the London low, right, we displaced up, taking out the buy side, right? Once we displaced up, taking out the buy side, that's when we created that 60-minute fair value gap there, right? And after 8:30, after the 8:30 time frame, right, going into the 8:30 time frame, we displaced up. We ain't gonna display, we expanded up and then quickly reversed, coming back down, trading into that hourly fair value gap, and then took off again, taking out the buy side, right? We had a little immediate rebalance here on the 1030 candle, pushing up higher. And then we quickly came back down, touching the top of that new week opening gap that we had traded up into yesterday, traded back up to the high of the new week opening gap, trading back into the bullish order blocks over here. And then we pushed up into the bearish order block, dropped back down once again, sweeping out the sell side liquidity here during this lunchtime. Looked like it might have been during the macro time, but these 15-minute candles, so it's hard to tell. Go to a 5-minute candle, and we can see that it was after the macro time was over, right? So during the macro time, we traded up, continued up above the buy side during the macro time. Once the macro time was over, we dropped down and took out the sell side, right back at the yesterday's high, stopped at the previous day's high, stopped at the bullish order block / propulsion block right there. So that's the order block inside of an order block right there. Traded back down into the bullish order block / propulsion block, right? Came down one time, creating relative equal lows, not taking out that low here during the 2 o'clock macro time, right? Did not take out that low. Traded up into the SIBI, came back down into the bullish fair value gap, did not take out the low again, right there at the high of the new week opening gap. And then from there, throughout the rest of the day, slowly made our way all the way back up to the buy side over there, right there at consequent encroachment of the weekly. Well, you can't see it on these counters here, but it's like buy side, the buy side that we have pointed out, that we had traded back up to based off that institutional sponsorship that we was talking about a while back, right? Got back up there to the buy side there, then closed off of the high, right? Pull back and close off to the high. All right. And that there is the price action recap with a few other nuggets that were sprinkled in from here and there. Right. Let him cook. Again, this right here is being brought to you by Conquering the Asian Session. I'll be dropping the link in the Discord on April 1st for those who said they want to sign up. Those that's in the Discord that wants to participate, the fee will be $100. If you're not in the gang, It's going to be more. I haven't decided what it's going to be. It's going to be a higher fee. I'll be dropping that link on the 8th. I'm only doing up to 25 slots right now. 16 people said they wanted to do it in the gang. I said, okay, that's enough interest for me to do it, even if it don't get all 25. 16 people is more than enough interest for me to you know what I'm saying, take the time to go through it, right? And so in April the 1st, I'm dropping the link. If I don't have the prerequisite videos done by April 1st, they will be done, you know what I'm saying, sometime in April, because the actual workshop is going down May the 12th through May the 23rd. So the prerequisite videos, they're going to be educational. I'm using air quotes, educational videos for anybody that need refreshers on different aspects of the concepts. Anybody who is new to the concepts and you need to know this stuff, this is what these educational videos will be. So you go through them at your own pace. And it's yeah, the poll was closed, but like I say, I'm doing up to 25 right now. 16 people said they would want to do it, so there's room if you want to get in, Marco. And once it's sold out, it's sold out, right? Even if it don't make it to the public side, once it's sold out, it's sold out, right? And if you know, since it's so far away, like it's not until May the 12th, right? If we sell out prior to, well, I ain't gonna say if we sell out, right? Once we get a good amount of people in there, then you know they I'll start doing like a few pop-ups to see if anybody got any questions pertaining to the educational material. Because once we get to the Asian session, right? It ain't gonna be no teaching. The teaching part going that is got to be done. This is just hot and heavy every night in the charts, looking for signatures. See, you know what I'm saying? Look for signatures, seeing how to, and it's gonna be specifically with how to trade the Asian session. That's what it's gonna be about. Looking at, you know what I'm saying, the different ranges of the Asian session, the different quirks and nuances of the Asian session. You know what I'm saying? Understanding, the what you need to be looking for realistic goals. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just all gonna be tailored specifically to the Asian session. That's what we looking at, hot and heavy, starting on the 12th, every night from 8 to 9:30, right? If price ain't doing nothing, it ain't doing nothing. But we in there looking at what price offering us, right? Getting very acquainted with the Asian session, and we're gonna be looking for, is it offering us opportunity to trade one of the 2 to 3 models that we established? Like, hey, these are our strategies, right? Again, not a call out service, not a trade room. I'm not telling anybody to try to trade it while we going through it. We're just learning how to conquer the Asian session. Because when I was doing the boot camp, a lot of people like, hey, I would love to do something like that, but I can't get on at 9 o'clock in the morning, right? So instead of doing a month-long thing, right, and instead of doing a whole bunch of daily teaching, right, doing something that's, I feel like a lot more affordable, but it's at a different pace where I can just take my time and put it together, where I ain't got to sit there every day, you know what I'm saying, committed to all this time for a whole month, right? It's more of a learn at your own pace, and then we get together and do this type thing. All right. With that being said, do anybody got anything for me before we go? Shout out all my little buddies that pulled up tonight. I appreciate y'all for pulling up and chopping it up with, excuse me, chopping it up with me. Shout out all the gang that pulled up. Hey, I see Lil Hawk in the building. What's up, Lil Hawk? I ain't seen you in a month of Sundays. FC in the building. What's up? What's up, FC? Ro. What's up, Ro? I see Ro pulled up with some hard hitting answers. Who is Ro? Appreciate you for pulling up, Ro. What else I see that I ain't shouted out yet? I think that's it. I think that's all I hadn't shouted. Marco in the building. What's up, Marco? Hey man, that's it. I appreciate y'all. Tomorrow is Wednesday. Tomorrow is Wednesday. Gang, we will do a tape reading in the morning, but tomorrow night we will not do the Wednesday night Q&A. I have an appointment at my son's school that I can't miss. It's a requirement for the parents to be there for the graduating seniors. So we will not be doing a Wednesday night Q&A. I have a different trading strategy, but I'm here to support Black people trade in these markets. I appreciate that, John Tate. I appreciate you pulling up with the hard hitting support, man. Shout out John Tate pulling up with the hard hitting support, man. I appreciate that. And feel free to pull up anytime, man. Hey, that's it, man. That's all I got. Until the next time I decide to get on Al Gore's internet and share my thoughts on this thing that we call price action. It's your boy, Timothy Lee Rogers Sr., aka Aranya Grande. Y'all be safe out here in these trading streets, man. I'm gone.